Good afternoon, everyone. I almost forgot to mute Twitch. I forgot to mute the site after I was watching my husband's stream yesterday. Good afternoon. It's lunchtime. You know what that means. We got Genshin. So, before I start running around, I'm trying to hopefully get the remote play to focus a little bit. You can see the frames are dipping a little bit here, so I'm wanting to see if it's gonna boot me or if it's gonna correct itself before I move. I'm also checking my sound settings because we know what's been happening the last few days. Because the moment I minimize OBS, watch it just go, I'm not gonna reach your microphone anymore. But hey, if I become just the scuff streamer, that's fine. I got a shtick. So, I want to bring something up. Because I brought it up a little bit yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And it came up again in Forest chat as well when we were talking about the Spiral Abyss. Specifically when he was doing the 4-star challenge. So he went in and did through floor 11 of the Abyss. And if you haven't been into floor 11 of the Abyss, we can actually just go stand in front of the Abyss for a second. Yeah, I could not read that at all to see which. I was like, which button is it again? One step. Yeah, it should be the end of floor 11. Right? Yeah, I want to say, it's the first half? First half. Right? Or is it the Eremites? One of these two floors. It might be the Eremites, actually, not the slimes. One of the floors has literally 60 enemies on it. It's just wave after wave after wave of enemies. And I felt that it's catered to Venti, which makes sense. You know, as from a business standpoint, it makes sense because Venti is on the banner. The thing is, I think there's only two other characters that might be able to deal with the floor well, but not as well as Venti, and that's Sucrose and Kazuha. So it's not saying that first of all, you don't need any of those characters. You don't need them. I did it with Arlecchino. It just her snapping to all the enemies. Was it a bitch? Yes, because even I went, if you watch the VOD, I was like, oh, that's not good. Because I wanted Nouvelette on that side because he has more crowd control than Arlecchino. But that goddamn Hydro Slime made it go, no. I could have put Sitlali over there. Of course I could have. But she and Kazuo would have been the only one doing any damage. Now, to be fair, on Arlecchino's side, it was just, Kaya and Sitlali doing damage. However, I didn't do the charge attack, so I was actually just normal attacking for her to do normal damage, and that was one of the reasons I was able to do that part of it. But anyway, hi, honey, how you doing? So I was talking about how it felt very predatory in terms of catering the hardest content to a character on the banner. And as a business model, you understand why they're doing shit like that. Because hell, even on the floor 12, there's the boss for Shalonen, which ironically is Shalonen's boss. It made it so that because she's the easiest one to get up there, she just goes on her skates and goes up the pillars. Is there a way to get up the pillars without Shalonen? Abso-fucking-lutely. One of those things I can't do and that's a skill issue on me. Okay, for a couple reasons. One, I haven't memorized the spots. You can actually take I don't know if all character heights can do it. It's been a while since I actually watched the video, but you know, you could with practice. Yes, I could with practice going in the overworld and trying to jump up and stuff like that. The little kid characters can get up there, I think the easiest. All can. They found all the spots. Okay. So every character type can actually just find the spot on the pillar and climb up. But then you have characters like Lanyan, Kaching, Chiori, and I'm going to assume Alhaitham can too. They have that launch with their skill. They can hop up. Kazuha, he can jump up. Venti too, because it's similar. You do not need an Outland character. And then if you do and you have like Auroron, not even the 5-star in Sitlali, Auroron. We got Auroron for free from the event. You hold down the jump button and he goes up. It is not difficult. In the heat of the moment in the abyss, sure, your mind might be running a mile a minute and stuff like that, but you can check the enemies before you fucking go in, so you should have some kind of frame of mind. So why am I bringing this up? Well, I was watching YouTube last night and somebody was going off on the HP inflation. Forrest and I have had this discussion as well. I wonder, Geo Traveler can like Jean. Okay, John, is Zhongli tall enough? Would if he just pops the pillar? I didn't even think about that. But Forrest and I were having this discussion about the I'm going to say it's artificial difficulty because of the HP inflation. Like, you can stack all the HP you want. It doesn't really make the content hard. It makes I felt like this in 14 too. Like, the more HP you stack, the more mechanics you see, and you have to learn the mechanics. That's all it really is. Or just dodge, bruh. That's part of it. I have the problem with just dodge. We saw this on the Tulpa. Fucking Bennett killed me every time. So I had to take out Bennett. But again, you're going to find stuff that's going to work for you. All right? You're not going to play the same way as everybody else. So you're going to find out what's going to be comfortable for you to get up the pillars. Is getting up there easier and more comfortable with an Atlan character? Absolutely. Absolutely, because it makes it 10 times easier. Like, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna use Run, pop up, glide over. I probably would plunge, kills the thing, go over, shoot. No big deal. But the HP inflation is insane. It is absolutely crazy. And it started in Fontaine a little bit. We all saw that before Natland's release. And I've talked about that many times because it was that spike that made me look at my account and go, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I fixed it. And I've been doing okay. This is the first time in the Abyss for a while where I actually had to go back in. And so if you were watching my stream when the Abyss flipped, I had managed 35 stars and it was the second floor that caused the most problems, surprisingly. And I think it was actually that boss because Navi is not good against it. He could just pop up and oh, really? Uh, it makes it difficult to kill it in time. It does make it hard. The holograms in Wu are hard. The bosses change their attacks as they go. Okay, as the difficulty goes up. Yeah, and that's what I would almost expect like a lot of games to do. Like things change. Now, one of the things that we kind of noticed going, I don't remember it doing this in the overworld. It seems like the overworld stuff that they put into the abyss changes just ever so slightly. Because like again, when we went up on the pillars to knock it down, destroy the things to give it weakness, we're like, how the hell am I dying? Like, what the hell is attacking me? Like you, I don't remember the overworld boss actually attacking. when you get up on the pillar. Unless it's delayed. It could be delayed. I could go find the boss and find out. I don't really want to, but I could. All right, are we... Okay, I think it actually, I think we're doing good. All right. What was I? Oh, I was a golden troop. There we go. I was like, what the heck was I farming? So I don't really like the fact that it has all the HP inflation and whatnot, but having things catered to really specific characters, like that floor with the thing that I was saying about Venti, is kind of weird. Just because Venti is literally, I suck them all in. That's it. So it's like, it's not even a power thing, it's a crowd control thing. And you have, I feel like they made the AI just like back up and shit so fucking much.
Transfix. Pact. Get to work. See Laline, eat Papa.
Frostbite.
So the sound kicking out probably was my microphone turning off. Now it's fixed. I fixed it. Yep. No, I'm not gonna even entertain that. Well, I mean, that, if it rolls crit rate, that could be for free. Yep. Like, it was just all of 2 seconds, and OBS just decided to kick it off. I have searched and searched and searched for a solution to that problem, and nobody is having that issue. I do not understand what's happening. I would say it's like, oh, it's the controller. Like, I would argue that some of the problems could be because of the PS4 controller. Because it's old, it's fallen on the floor so many times. Now, granted, it's on a carpeted floor.
Laid bare.
I'm going in. Huh? Suffer the wrath of me.
But I don't know. Like, I do not know. Okay, that's interesting. So there's like a little bit of a delay or something. So when I went to go charge on the thing over here, potentially, she charged the body, the one that was dying. So it was still registering that there was something there. Interesting. Excuse me. I mean, if it rolls crit damage, sure. No. And last one. And then I'll debate if I want to actually farm more of this today, which I probably will. I mean, ultimately, that's probably what I would do.
Show no mercy.
Oh, no. No. Today is, we need justice. So we gotta go farm, Escoffier's, talent material. Tomorrow I can. So, anyway, I'm watching this video, and the guy does have a legit complaint, okay? Okay, it looks like we might get something for Risley if that rolls, wow. The other crit. Okay. Hey! We will go condense, because I need to do that. But yeah, there's a legit complaint with, especially if like you're a returning player, you're a new player, And I do want to actually ask a general like opinion question. If your account is now only a year old, okay? So this is basically for my second account. My second account is just barely a year old. It turned a year old last month. AR 58, I want to say. And I still haven't 36 starred the Abyss. Because when we started doing the Abyss and doing it fairly well with the 33 to 35 star clear, just basically needing some tweaks to really.
In Atlan, it gets really hot during the day, so I choose to go out at night if possible. The moonlight makes the surface of the water glisten. Have you noticed? Although, at night, the water turns pitch black. It's impossible to tell how clean it is, so I would avoid contact.
Okay, Aurora.
Astra
I think
Thank
I
you
missed
for
that line
completing
when I
today.
got his friendship up to that point on the second account.
Add Astra
But yeah, so do you feel that the whole because I've heard this many times that if your account is a year or so ish, there we go, old, and you haven't 36 starred the Abyss, that something is wrong with the account? Is that still something to actually go by? And I don't think it is, because that incline of, and I can't even say it's a steady incline, because it was sort of going up at that steady pace during Fontaine, and then Malvika comes out and it's just like, yeah, enjoy this, because Malvika is just fucking broken. So, yeah. But is that fair to say that now? Because with the adjustments I've done with leveling talents, and again, I will respect if you stop at level 8 to just try to get more characters' talents up to that point, but also for the fact that it takes 2 drops that are completely random what you get. Well, you can use solvents. Well, it's random if you get a solvent too. Case in point, I have like 11. That is, of course, because I used them, but still. Because the second account, like, it's honestly like the characters look good, and it's like, you know, sticking with the meta. It's like if you don't stay with the meta, then you're gonna struggle. You'll be on the struggle bus. Here's the thing: this account, I didn't do that. Well, in the way that a lot of people are talking about, which is DPS meta. I do not have a single Natland DPS on this account. I have supports. I have Sitlali and I have Shalonen. I do not have any of the DPS. That's a year ago logic when the Abyss was a different level. It's higher HP now, so of course characters need to need more to clear. Exactly. Exactly. So when you have veteran players spouting that if your count is a year old and you haven't 36 yet, that is old school thinking and not true at all. This is also from the standpoint of their account. Even if you have, and yeah, I'll call out Saka for a second. All right, I appreciate Sakapoko first of all because he does have the 3 accounts that, so you can see the different point of views on playing. Whale account, you know, you spend money and all your problems go away. You have the free-to-play account, which, you know, you have to be very mindful of what you do and what you use, who you summon. And BP Welkin, which is kind of similar to a free-to-play account. You just have a little bit more resources to play with.
Get to work.
So it kind of comes down to what you're knowledgeable with. Harley, you missed like every crit. Oddly, as BP Welkin is the worst of them in there. I found that weird too, actually. I've noticed that too. Um, but the accounts are so old. Like, we're talking like, start of the game kind of old. So he has weapons and material and artifacts to back up some of the, building of the characters and stuff like that. So I do find it a little I don't want to say out of touch because it is and it isn't. Because that just means he had the time to get the artifacts and stuff like that, to actually use the resin to farm that shit. And that is a advantage of being an older player. So it's something that it feels like it hasn't been kept in mind to people who say, if your account is a year old and you haven't 36 starred, something's wrong. However, the video I was watching actually does technically call out Seka. I watched this part live, okay? I was watching Seka. He was watching this other dude try the abyss and stuff like that. And he genuinely got excited when he cleared Chamber 1 of Floor 12. Because it was interesting watching the struggle for a... That sounds mean. But, if the guy's going off on, well, Seka had, this constellation, this and this character and whatever, it's like, well, first of all, you refuse to use your Arlecchino because it's C2. That's cheating. No, it's not. It means you invested in the fucking character. Pretty sure when you go into the Abyss, you want to use characters you invested in. Pretty sure. Like I said, the argument about the HP inflation is totally valid. Totally valid. But to say that this person, like, is, well, of course they had an easier time because their characters are well invested because of constellations. I'm gonna stop you right there, my friend. So my Arlecchino is C1, yes. My Navia is C0. She has her signature, not by choice, but she has it. The characters I was running with her, with Navia, Shalonen, yeah, so Shalonen got her sig. But she's C0. Well, that's the Natland character. All right. You got me there. That's a Natland character. Sorry. Well, I ran this team here on the second side. Well, you have Sitlali. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's Natland. What's that? I rolled on the supports to make my older characters better? Yes, I actually watched that yesterday, last night. And the thing that got me, again, like I said, you can have the opinion and stuff like that. Like I said, because Seka's accounts are like literally like 1.0 kind of old, where he's had artifacts, like a good set amount of artifacts for characters, weapons, like just throwing the Mist Splitter onto, say, Bennett because of the high base attack on it, or even just throwing it on Kaya. Like, he worked towards that because he started so long ago. Accounts that are only about a year old haven't really gotten that footing, I don't think, because of the way the new characters are. One, two, like, we haven't seen those kind of reruns. Like, Aika ran with Navia's first run last year, and we haven't seen her since. So if you want Mist Splitter, you gotta wait. My thing about it, like, that made me go, oh, come on, dude. Like, yeah, first of all, like, the HP inflation, the primary subject, is not great. And you've seen it in the other games too. Apparently ZZZ has been doing it too. Since I'm not in the know of ZZZ, I had no idea. So the fact that ZZZ has started doing that so early in the game's life, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But setting it up early kind of makes it so that you see where it's going. I know power creep in Star Rail with the HP inflation has been really bad. in Genshin, we've seen it now just like steadily go up, and then boom, Malvika is the new peak. But here's the thing, like, yeah, a lot of things, even events, have been a Malvika check. Granted, I had to cookie, like I said, I cookie coded this abyss. Investment level on Arlecchino. Yes, she's triple crown. She is C1, and that was totally by accident. Or luck, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, I have her on Whimsy. It took a while, but I have her on Whimsy finally. And these are her stats. Yes, she got her signature recently too. Because I like Arlecchino, I'm going to invest in her. And she does very, very well. She did very well. But then you have like Navia. All right. My stats on Navia are not, well, I mean, 74 is actually a lot higher than a lot of my characters have in crit rate. I ain't gonna lie. But she, I think it's 180 when she took Farina's headpiece. But like, I went in before the cookie cutter, not using Nouvelette because he sucked against the seahorse, apparently. Nouvelette is my highest invested character. These are his stats, and with Marchese Hunter, he has a 70, was it 36? So 78 crit rate. He's got his signature weapon. He's got really good artifacts on, honestly. And he's C4. Yes, again, hyper investment. But he was not going to be the ticket for me, apparently, to do all 3 floors. Just because of misplays on that first floor. Also, apparently, like, me taking out Bennett was a very... when I don't have Bennett for Arlecchino, it kind of sucks. And I see that. I do see that. Being in Circle Impact, absolute peak. But I kept dying to Vape because Bennett applies Pyro to me and I was fighting the Tulpa. I had to do the only thing I knew how, and that was I needed Shalonen for ease of getting up the pillars for me. So yes, I did utilize that cleaning character. And then I was like, I need a shield. Zhongli, come here. Oh shit, I need another Pyro. I need at least the Pyro Resonance, not just for the attack, but for particles for Arlecchino. Zhangling, come here. And it worked fine. That was part of the cookie cutter. It just bothers me that, like, the guy had a C2 Arlecchino and refused to use it because she was C2. I want to get in day 1, so an auto when, yeah. Yeah.
Overrule.
She snapped to the wrong one.
Everybody stand back. Let's light, fulfill our path. Show no mercy. Laline, eat pop.
Dodge this. This moment will be full.
Better. So yeah, going off on like the amount of constellations a character has is like that is like, you know, 6 constellations of investment. I want to point something out too. The way he's talking about that investment made it seem like you had to drop the money on it. You don't have to drop money on shit. I want to point this out. Arlecchino, I didn't drop a fucking dime. It's a little bit of luck, of course, because I got Arlecchino, my C1 in like 5 pulls when I was going for Lanyon. But I saved my primos and kept pulling and pulling until I finally got the 5-star on the weapon banner and won my 50. I'm just going to say it's 50-50 because you either get the weapon or you don't.
Rise like smoke.
So yeah, Arlie didn't cost me a dime. Nouvelette, you could argue. And you want to know the funny part about Nouvelette? When I spent my own money, I lost my 50/50s. When he first came out, I dropped 30 bucks and I lost a day. After getting his C1. Now, his C1 did have money spent, technically. I got 2 gift cards, one from Brian and one from my brother, so I could get Kazuha. And this was also saved primos as well. So you could argue that the saved primos got me my C1, or the gift cards did. Either way, I got my C1 winning 50/50. I put 50 bucks down because I needed 20 pulls to go for his C2. And I lost to Chi-Chi.
Take me up.
My C1 Chi-Chi. And then this past run for him, where I went for the tome, I saved. I had like 112 pulls, I want to say. Something like that. I lost the C2 to D-Luke. Was guaranteed, so I got his C2 at 81 pulls. And in that same 10 pull, got his C3. Prior to that, I went for Tome of the Eternal Flow and had the luckiest pull of my life because he ran with Zhongli. And what does that mean? Oh, Vortex Vanquisher. I was very well aware that 5-star could have been the Vortex Vanquisher, and I would have been very sad. So the goal I had for that, his run for that time was done. My goal was the tome, and then stretch goal was C2, then possibly C3. I got that within a day because I got lucky on the pulls. I had said to Forrest, I was debating still dropping the 100 that I had initially saved for it, or at the very least 50, because I did spend kind of a little bit of that savings for my brother for Christmas. And Forrest is like, well, I was going to give you the 100 to top up anyway for New Valette. Because, again, we don't know when he's going to rerun again. And so he went, go ahead and top up. So I did. So my husband gives me the 100, and I get his C4, winning the 50/50. So I find it hilarious that anytime I spend my own fucking money, I don't win jack shit. Or at least on my favorite character. But when it's gifted to me, it's like, here you go. It's just really funny. Yeah, I didn't spend a dime for early Kino in that investment. My Farina, who is C1, again, I didn't spend anything. I lost my 50/50 on Risley when he first came out to Chi-Chi. And I opted to just not keep trying because there was no point. And I was like, I'll just get Baiju on the next banner. Because my idea was getting Baiju to replace, I think it was Zhongli in the party. And then I would just get Kazuha when he ran. I then did Farina's trial and saw some stuff for what she could do, like actually breaking down her kit. And I went, I'm going to use my guarantee on Farina. I got Farina early. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll go for Baiju. You want to know another funny thing? Baiju was my first 50/50 win. At 7 pity. He was my first 50/50 win. But C1 Farina came in. Wow. So I just realized. So my C0 Farina came in at like 38 pity or something like that. It was high 30s. I think it was like 38 pity. I got my C1 Farina in like 40 pity. So almost around the same pulls. That's kind of funny. But again, that was something I saved for. I didn't I didn't drop anything on that. Sometimes it's just luck of the draw. It's not breaking out the wallet. If you want to guarantee yourself that ease of playability or accessibility, then yeah, you're going to break out the wallet. Do I recommend it? Not really. If you can obviously afford it, by all means, wail to your heart's content.
Get to work. Seat lolling, eat papa.
Oh, that guy is so fucking dead. Where are you? That tingle? Arlie? Arlie, this is not a person. So anyway, the thing that really got me yesterday watching that video, and you can take it as that he was being facetious or whatever, but I mean, the structure and the way he's talking is very serious and deadpan, which makes sense because he's talking about the inflation of HP. Breaking down and calling Seka Joko. Like, I took offense to that. Because I watch Seka daily. I've learned so much shit on what I need to do to build characters and stuff like that. So the fact that he called him that actually irked me. People take the game too serious. Yeah. It's a freaking game. Like, does it suck when you go into the hardest content and your characters can't do shit? Yes. Especially if you spent money on it.
What's the hurry?
Especially if you spent money on it. It sucks when your investment doesn't work as and such. But the thing is like, maybe it's, I want to believe they're just making slow strides in this, right? And that's finding a way to make your older characters playable. And the best example I can give of that is Zhao.
What's the hurry?
So Zhao, I believe, came out in the 1.x version of the game. I think he was one of the earliest 5 stars. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I actually don't remember when Zhao came out. But he was okay. It's just that he didn't really do anything. Like, I mean, he's Animo DPS. What the fuck was that?
Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time.
Was my camera tilted or something and I like latched onto the rock for that? Because typically I can be here. That's where I was, right? I can't do it. She's not. That was weird. So like, I think the only character I know of for Zhao, actually there might have been 2, would have been like Bennett and Zhongli. I don't know who the other character would be, but I would assume it would be another element to Swirl. Oh, we need justice. Justice? Every time.
Leave me alone.
Uh.
Never mind.
Public drunkenness. Hello.
Time to shine. Yoo-hoo! Hear the echoes of the valley. Fulfill our pact. Suck
2, 3. Okay. So yeah, like I don't remember Zhao's original team, but you know, quite a bit of time later, Sumeru, he gets Faruzan. And then last year during Linterite, he got Cloud Retainer, plus Farina last year, to actually make a really solid team. So there are characters coming out that'll make the older characters better. And that was the thing I was complaining about with Eonson. Because Eonson definitely seems like she's only for the Natline characters because of the restriction on movement. 1.3 he came out, yeah. So I think it's very single-mindedness as well to not even incorporate that the newer characters, like 4-star characters,
Bow your head.
Let my name echo in song.
would actually do something for like your older favorite characters, like Zhao.
Let the mountain's veins boil. Show no mercy.
Oh,
Lolling, eat Papa.
that was my bad. I thought, I thought my sack procced. Chat, what are you doing? There we go. It works a lot for a lot of people in general, really. I haven't found that to be true. And that might be user error for me with Eonson. But the only character I have that I've seen her work okay with is Alhaitham. But again, that could be just me not being used to using her. And that's fair. That's fair. Her play style is very different than anything we've got.
Time to shine.
Oh, I didn't get the particles. That's cool.
Suffer the wrath of Eden.
Alright, I didn't use her burst. Nah. She's decent with Clarand or any of that plunges moves fairly often. See, okay. Yes, I could see Clarand as well. I actually did blank on Clarand because I actually don't have Clarand. So, I can preface this. When I talk about the niche that Eonson has for her playability, I am actually talking about my main account, and I don't have a lot of characters that do that. Alhaitham is the only one I have that does. And technically Gaming, or anybody with Cloud Retainer. Land doesn't actually move enough to get Eonson's buff. Right, so you're not actually getting the full potential of the buff. So in that instance, does she actually compare to Bennett? All right, let me. Seriously, just put me next to the statue. Like, what? Just put me next to it. Let's bring it. Kazu. Can get some of the buff, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, that was the the forge. And let's do teapot because I don't remember when the last time I was in here was. Probably a day or so ago.
This realm is true.
Yeah, it's probably about that. 4 on Goro, 6 on Beto. Oh, Noella's 9. Yeah, and that's typically where I do see her play is Overload. I have everything that I want. Mora will come in due time.
If you ever
Tomorrow? Yes. Back back to Fontaine. Ah. All right, I know I was gonna get more ore, so I was gonna just do that and just wait. And I'm just gonna double check. I should have gotten my exploration.
Add Astra.
Yes, okay. All right, that should be done for the main account. How am I doing on wishes right now? Okay. I mean, the fact that I haven't really done any exploration on this account for the new area, that's actually pretty good. Uh, so I'll probably start doing exploration on this account maybe next week. Because again, I'm going for a Scoffy on that account. I probably will do a couple pulls at the very least on the alt to get Aoife, but that would be about it. All right. So
I
give me
see
a
the
sec,
value
y'all.
in my own work,
Up.
but I also see them.
Nuvolet's being a sweetheart. All right, I will be right back. I'm just gonna switch accounts, take a little bathroom break. So BRB. and it did it twice. So as I was logging out of my main account, like I heard the sound blip in my headset. So I was like, that means the mic is going to turn off. And OBS had said it was still connected. And I was like, okay. I did the transition back, saw nothing on the audio bar moving. And yeah, it said that there was no device connected. I don't. And so in part, it might be the controller. Because all I did was bump the wire. So it was like disturbing the connection enough for OBS to say nothing's plugged in. So it could be the controller doing it, actually. I need this woman on my main account, honestly. Like, so, like I said earlier, I don't have any Natlan DPSs on my main account. And in terms, I was like, I want at least a character of each element to be a primary DPS. That way I have all my bases covered. I originally was going to do Zhao for Animo because I have all the supports for Zhao, including a C6 Farazan. She's not leveled, but I do have her. And then I got Chaska on this account because I needed DPS, and I'm like, she is so fucking fun. It is the only. I don't have his Mualani. I might have a problem. Kinich, Shalonen, Malvika. For DPS, you are missing Mualani, but you're also missing Sitlali. And I don't blame you for not having Sitlali because you did go for Malvika's weapon. I'm a returning player that came back in February, I think, so I missed literally all the OP game breaking use, but Chaska will get something in me on site. Like, to be real, okay? I don't get the hate on Chaska's design at all. There was a lot of hate surrounding it, and I don't get why. I love it. The only thing that made me go, huh? Cat, help me out. Huh? The only thing that got me on her was this. When the leaks came out for this, I typically don't look at leaks, but when I was looking at fan art and stuff on Twitter, the gif of her riding around the gun showed up, or the video of it for the leak, and I'm like, what the frick? That looks ridiculous, and it is, but it's fun. All right, let's do this. So that's not falling behind. We need to go and do Noblesse. I might move my weekly bosses. Because if I'm being frank, I just don't feel like doing them. Kitchen community hates everything. I don't listen to them very much. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true. Is it the asymmetry? You know what? Truth be told, I didn't even really notice. And I love asymmetry. Death the Kid's my favorite character in Soul Eater.
Strike a pop.
Tell me what you see.
Hard hitting it. Take me up.
If that had ER, that would be a really good flower for Eonson. I mean, you could be good. Stupid bloodstained pieces going to be off pieces for people.
Go! You're free now!
want to get Saska's? Chaska's C1. That's the one that adds the extra bullet, right? Or is that C2? Okay, more flat. Okay. You know what? I will take you giving me either ER or attack percent. No bueno. No two flats. Two flats, no, no. I'm ready for Chaska C2 and her weapon. I want her to be my main basically forever. She seems relatively. Honestly, she's probably going to be one of the characters that ages super well, I feel.
Shower me with the...
Time to say hello. Be free.
Hold that pose! Let's fly!
Nope, I didn't pop the heal. Whoops.
Open fire!
Meow. Ah, more AoE. Okay. C2 fixes AoE, C1 fixes strict team requirements. Why is it always Animo? Like, I'll take that. I'll take that. And a shit ER one. That was all three? Yeah. Yeah. It was all three. Back to Fontaine. Honestly, I feel that Chaska is the most free with team requirements. Because she's all rainbow, but does it make it so that she doesn't have to have all three as different elements? Is it like Nouvellette? I could look. I just realized I can look. But I'm like, artifacts. Do artifacts so they don't spawn late. Oh, my controller is being a little wacky. Yeah, it makes it so you can actually have a free slot. Yeah, so it's like Nouvellette. Yeah. No, I think that's actually really good. So that means you could potentially have a grouper with you if you wanted. Or double pyro for the attack buff. Boost. Yeah, it's still a buff.
Take me up!
So part of the reason, like, Chaska's, in terms of playing, in terms of actual playability, Chaska is my favorite just because that was my controller. What the hell? She didn't want to glide. Chaska is my favorite because she is super easy to use. And pretty much whatever you have for supports leveled up, you could just run with her. Excuse me. But in terms of like exploration, oh man, okay. Is that the key to all this? Do I just need to let the remote play sit for a little bit when I actually log in? So it doesn't do that? Because my main account didn't do that. And I'm gonna grab the vegetables, because she walked forward. Colin and this woman, ever since I came back, thanks to team members, specifically for her. Yeah, absolutely. Like, she's the reason I picked up Farina or Andy Janssen. All right.
Open fire!
Oh, she's not getting frozen. Honestly, depending on the team you choose and stuff like that for her, like Sitlali wouldn't be bad either. Because if you had something like Sitlali, Bennett, and Farina or whatever, or not Bennett, Mofika, or something like that would actually be really good because then you would be shredding like hell. Yeah, like if you ever asked me if I had a character that I regretted pulling on my main account, it's more of a constellation-ish kind of thing. Actually, that's not true. I do regret pulling Cloud Retainer. I only pulled Cloud Retainer because I have C6 Gaming. That was the only reason I pulled for her when she came out. I should have stuck to my guns and stayed with Nahida, but what can you do? On this account, though, Mualani, 100%. I regret pulling her. Because she is inconsistent with her damage. Oh, Pyro Traveler, yeah. I, I keep forgetting they're a thing. It took so long to freaking get them, so I just keep forgetting they're a thing. Yeah, I need 720 pulls in worst case scenario to get C2 and her weapon. Oof. That's an oomph. I don't want to talk about it. No, other way, other way. You already went that way, Chaska. Janssen C2 hurt you. Pulling for 4 stars is the absolute worst. And it worked in kind of weird ways for me. Specifically, that was in recent. So with Nouvelette, when he came back, I went for C2 Kuki. I only needed 1. I had C1. It took 20 pulls for me to pull my C2, and then I left. I was like, see ya, Nahida. I still got to save my Primos. Got to get my mans. And then we had Chaska's banner with Auroron, and Auroron actually is my favorite character from Natlan. Like, I just love his character design. I love his personality. He looks so edgy, and he's this sweet little bean. I love him. I did another 20 pulls to try to get Auroron, and I got Barbara and a Witsit, and I went, F you, game. But that worked in my favor for holding on to the pulls, because my Nouvelette pulls were actually kind of crazy. I then had to save for Sitlali, and I ended up getting C1 very early.
Tell me what you see.
Hang on. I want to set this up first, sorry.
Breaking news! Smile!
Because you always hit me. Even though you're freaking targeting the other
Open
thing.
fire!
There's no way for this.
Locked on!
So when Arlecchino came back, I was like, I want Arlie's weapon. So I saved what I could for Arlie's weapon, managed to get it. Then I was like, well, I'll just pull on Arlecchino's banner while I try for Lanyon. And all I wanted was a C1 Lanyon because I could have grabbed her from the Lantern Right. Which is what I did do. Didn't I? Oh, I grabbed her initially, so I needed her 2 constellations. That's what it was. So I was like, all right. And then I got lucky and got my C1 Arlecchino in like 5 pulls. Is that up? No, I guess I got them all. I got jump scared by a cow. It was a happy accident. I felt Vane said cow. I tried for Clorand on this account because, again, I needed another solid DPS, and I had the stuff to do Clorand Hyper Bloom. So I was like, yeah, that'll be excellent. I just could not get the wishes. I tried my damnedest and couldn't get the wishes. I luckily did get Veresa, so we do have some pretty solid DPS going now. I just need to, you know, actually finish the build on her.
Take me up.
Yeah, ultimately what I was trying to say before, where I got distracted, exploration-wise for Chaska, she's the only one that feels like she stays on the piece of mobility, so her gun, at a reasonable amount of time outside of Natland. Don't dash, by all means, don't sprint, but, like, it feels like she stays on it the longest. Might be a placebo effect, I don't know, but it works on me. I want a Lanyon. I got you guys. I got very lucky with Lanyon, like I said. I just quickly went in to get Lanyon, potentially. I ended up with an early 5-star winning 50-50. And then, like, the next pull or so later, I got my C2 Lanyon. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess I get to save. The C1 or C2 Malvika grabs it Lolly, and then I don't know. Maybe wait and see if the Saritsa is going to be coming soon. Yeah, I wonder what patch the Saritsa will come out in. Because if we go to Snezhnaya, obviously she'll be out in like 0.2 or 3, I think, right? Is it usually the 0.3 when they come out, or am I thinking of just this patch? Because for some reason, no, it was 0.4 that Malvika came out. So it was 0.3s that typically the Archons come out, and Malvika just kind of broke the mold.
Locked on.
Miscalculated.
Oh, you're still alive. Well, see, that's the other reason I like Chaska. I don't necessarily have to flip onto other characters to do shit.
Let's fly.
2% last. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to run around with Veresa yet. I just like flying around on Chaska. I apologize. My remote play does not want to stay connected. Huh. Yeah, maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe I just need to let it sit for a few minutes before actually running around.
Open fire. Open fire.
Because my main account didn't do that. Yeah, so goals on this account for pulling for me, definitely, I want to invest in Chaska. I really do. Out of the DPSs I have on this account, she is by far my favorite and probably my main on this account.
Let's fly.
So
Open
definitely going to get a Chaska cons. Maybe go for her weapon at some point. And I only say that because I did go for her weapon and got the first great magic instead. So she has a weapon that functions for her. But it is definitely more of a stat stick than anything else. So I probably would go for her constellations first and then her weapon. Definitely want to go for Malvika when she comes back. I don't have anything on this account that really can do Malvika melt, though. picked up Chalonin earlier. Including anyone from Fontaine or older Natland releases. Who works with her? I mean, practically anybody can work with her. She just has to be able to shred the elements, so she can't do Geo. Well, yeah, she can't do Geo, Animo, or Dendro. So, like, you have Clarant. You could use her with Clarant. Not including anyone from Fontaine, though. Like, if Vape is fine. I mean, the greatest part is, like, if I got Malvika,
Open fire!
I would probably run her with Mualani
Locked on!
at that point and still try to salvage whatever Mualani has. Really? Really, game? Okay. So she's just floor flavored. Kind of. She is literally pure support. It's not until she's like C2. Is it C2 that she's like the DPS?
Let's fly!
I know with like C6 you can make her into DPS, but let's be fair, you can make anybody a DPS if you really wanted to. Her shred is like Zhongli on roller skates. And she heals. She does heal too. But she has to crystallize to heal. With 2 other Geos, that's what it is. And I never really run her with another Geo, so. Her skill and burst change then. Okay. Chaska. There you go. I don't know why he didn't vanish right away, but that's okay. Huh? Vegetables. Aurora worked his magic.
Locked on!
Ah. Beautiful. Beautiful. And into the water she goes. Okay, I had items on the forge. Let me go grab those from Wagner. I was gonna give her my own.
The sky in Natland.
Did you hear what happened with the
Oh.
sky in
What
Natland?
happened now?
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna condense. I think we're actually not gonna do bosses right now. So we're gonna condense. That put me enough? Yes. By the power of friendship. There with Veresa and a Danog. Here to Chev overload. A lot of things don't. Like if you have Chev C6 and are doing overload, no comparison.
The neighboring nation.
At least I feel that way.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
There we go. Do I have enough or is that the other count? That is this one. There we go. $43. Oh yeah, before I forget, because I don't think I did it yesterday either. I didn't. We have one standard pull here, so let's see where I'm at. I just got Kirara. I don't think we're near anything. All right, so this will be the 30th pull. Nothing. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous blue. Love to see it. Uh, $150K is not that bad. That's not nothing to sneeze at. You're running Codex too, right? You're not on the plunge set yet? All right, what do I want to actually? Let's not be stupid. Before I answer, what do I want to farm? We'll hit the teapot, and then we're gonna do my reputation because I keep forgetting to do it. Hell, I haven't even done it yet on my main. I am so used on my main not having any
This realm
reputation
is-
because I have the other ones maxed. All right, I bought the resin. Can I? Oh, we have 2 left of that. And grab those. Thank you. Thank you, Tubby.
If you ever
Get my gardening achievements. Oh, I have no seeds available. Oh no. Why can't I grab the Snapdragon? There we go. Yeah, Veresa's flowers should be perfectly fine. Alright, Netland. 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 I still have to build up Veresa's supports. Neglecting them. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. And for reference too, on this account right now, because I'm not farming that domain, my Veresa is also on Codex. She's on Codex and the Witsith. Just to give you a quick look at what she looks like. I believe she stole Auroron's Electro Cup because it was on set. So right now, where's Auroron? He should be on attack? Yeah, he's on attack right now. Until I can get a better Electro. But yeah, Veresa's artifacts look alright. Her attack itself could be higher. And that will go up, obviously, once when she gets her final ascension. So, She's not looking too bad, but my Eonson's only level 60, so I'm not really using her at the moment. The only thing I could do if I want to use Veresa is throw in Bennett as opposed to Eonson. But I don't have Chev leveled. If I had Chev leveled, I would do Overload. So that's another thing that I would have to do on this account specifically. Eonson and Chev are sitting at 70, begging for attention, and Day is just moral support. Honestly. Don't sleep on Dea. I am solely serious. She is such a good support. Moral or otherwise. Hey, there we go. All right. One more level and we can get our final constellation for the Traveler. Pyro Resist. Okay, Chaska can do fine on that. Invulnerable to Cryo. We can throw in Bennett. Invulnerable to Hydro. I hate you. I mean, who do I put? Well, I guess I throw in Bennett at that point, so I can still do it. So I can just use Chaska here. We just gotta make sure. We just gotta make sure which bounty is which. This is the Pyro one, I think, so I can just use this team. Where's the Cage team? I just started seeing Hansen. Yeah, he's a little glass cannon. Dea really surprised me. Finding out she can't die in Dragonspine is hilarious. If she's level 70. Her passive basically makes it so she can't die. I didn't read that. Because I'm smart.
Go! You're free now!
Hard-hitting exclusive. Say cheese. Let's fly. Open fire. Open fire. Locked on. Where are you? Bullseye.
I'm in the air. Where are you? Alright, where's the next one? Can I actually... Oh, it does tell me. Shadow Spirit Zone. Oh, this one's the one that's invulnerable to Pyro. Which one was that one? Oh, hold on.
Take me up.
Close your eyes.
Open fire.
I'm sorry, I need the teeth.
Locked on. Time to shine.
Tell me what you see. He's free.
Oh, shit. Are you the one that... Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, you motherfucker.
Breaking news. Smile. Let's fly. Open fire.
This was new. I will. Stand down.
Open fire.
That radius is so small.
Bullseye. Locked on.
I just noticed that it was going to deplete my health, and I was like, all right, I'll go back over here. And poor Auroron died. This one's immune to cryo, so I could put in Bennett. I don't need to navigate it, thank you. I mean, that's true. That is actually true. And let's be real, Charlotte's not really doing damage. She's just there to do healing.
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Hard-hitting exclusive! Hold that pose! Take me up! Locked on! Open fire! Open fire!
I'm guessing those are mines on the ground.
Open fire!
After all.
I did not mean to summon that again, but we'll just heal. Why not? Thank you for Riri. Okay, remember to do the bounties. I can give myself a pat on the back. I was one chest off. Oh, yeah. We have a shrine key. Hang on. There was one up here. Charlotte gets slept on a lot, too.
I wish I could interview whoever left this stuff here.
Yay. All right, let's see. Let me think, because we do need to. I want to spend the resin. I mean, Noblesse is probably still the better choice. Because I still need a set for Eonson. Because right now I think she's on coat pieces. Oh, she's on 2-piece right now. That's Ningguang. Hi, Ningguang. Yeah, she's on 2-piece right now. I think this is the copium piece? No. That's kind of cope. Because I need to make sure she has the ER. Yeah, that one's totally fine. I just wish I had ER. She doesn't have a Sans at the moment. Yeah, this had the crit rate, crit damage with attack. I mean, even hell, I would hold this onto this if it rolls well for an off piece for somebody. And then she has this for her head. So I need a headpiece that's all this, or I need a Sans. So yeah, why don't we go? We'll go farm some Noblets. Since I'm going to be running her with Shalonen, and Shalonen has the other set. That's an excellent question. Well, I mean, she was on the Chronicle Wish, the first Chronicle Wish. I know that because I lost my 50-50 to her. She technically was my first limited 5-star. She did all right at the start. She fell off hard though, which is it's a real shame. She was fun to use. I even got to use Mika because of her. And Mika turned out to be pretty solid. Excuse me. Doom bottom. You know, I realized I could have just farmed Eonson's boss, and I condensed the resin like a dum-dum.
Showing you this!
Go! You're free now! Be free!
Breaking news! Let's fly! Locked on!
Maintula and triple crowner in the past. I am suffering. Aw. I mean, when she was relevant, I'm pretty sure she was really good, right? It's just a shame that physical DPS went the way of the dodo. And then it came back slightly with Fremine, sort of. It's just like, yeah, physical DPS is a thing. It's like, no. No, it's not.
Tell me what you see.
Why do I keep doing that backwards now?
Keep me up.
I know I'm supposed to hit her burst first. She popped off when she was relevant. True. I want Sino to make a comeback. My Sino, at least my Sino fell off hard. Ooh, if you can get attack percent, I'd be happy to put that on Eonson. So let's, wrong button. Let's lock that. What was the highest we saw that? It wasn't very, well, it was high, but it wasn't very high.
Strike a pose!
Go! You're free now! Farewell!
Say cheese!
Oh,
Breaking news!
again, I keep doing it backwards because I think I need to get her particles, but I'm not seeing the particles from Fab from Auroron. That's what's screwing me up. Then she got a rerun like every 15 months. Yeah. And then cryo jail. Damn defense. Why? Game makes me sad. We did not get a usable piece at all. Like at all. You're not Eonson. Because we got the crit rate one. It just needs attack percent. Which we get. Okay. So if this rolls high into attack percent with a little ER, I might be able just to run this for a little bit for the Fav procs. What are you right now? 30 something? Yeah, she's at 22. She needs the crit rate. Okay. Why would you jinx me like that? Oh, I need, Mora. You bastard! You bastard! Once it came out and it was confirmed to Bro, yeah. Amos. Okay, I didn't like wish that on you. It did. Honestly, this is pretty solid for what I need right now. So I'm not gonna complain too terribly much. She still needs some ER, which is fine, but now she's got a 50% on the fab. So that's pretty good for being level 60. I do need to level this. I'm gonna do this on Sunday. She's on 4-piece noblesse now. Yeah, or because this Sans is actually really solid if it rolls well. And it's her off piece, so I could, in theory. What else do I got for offset? That's crit damage. We still want crit rate, though. Oh. Hey, look at that. I fixed it. Okay, 145. I think she still wants higher ER. But that's actually not terrible. Is it you? Is it this was the thing that looked good? No, what was the thing that looked really, really good? Oh, it was the headpiece I took off. Okay, so we want ER on any of these pieces. Wow, I only have 2 pieces that have ER on them. Are you kidding me? Like how you didn't. You wished a D-Luke on everybody. Which is very funny in the fact that I got D-Luke on Nuvolette, but that was before Malvika. So you didn't do the curse yet, but still. All right, let me see. What do we have to work with? I don't really want to level those up just because I do want at least one of those pieces to get replaced with ER. I can go trade that into that. Okay. I was looking at the screen for a purpose. I used the transient already. When the hell did I do? Oh, did I do that for the boss? Is that what I did? I did that for Verace's boss? It must have been when I done it. Okay. Natland. That's a prime D-Log on y'all. That was Malvika's banner. Yes, it's over now. So to context, obviously, he lost 50-50 to D-Luke on Malvika. It was the funnier story for me with
When you lose your
D-Luke
way,
is
gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
let's stop Chaska for a second. So when Nuvolette first came out, I had just started the game. I came in roughly halfway through Zhongli's banner. And I was like, man, I like D-Luke. So I wanted D-Luke. And I lost my 50-50 for Nuvolette to Dea. And I was pissed. Because it's like, okay, but no big deal. I lost my 50-50. It was the fact that it was a Pyro Claymore user. And if you were going to give me a Pyro Claymore user, give me the pretty man. Asterisk. His skin is pretty. The default version of him is kind of dopey. But I was like, I want a D-Luke. So flash forward to this past run for Nuvolette. I lost my C2 Nuvolette to D-Luke. So I finally got my D-Luke to a loss on Nuvolette. Which 6 Mizuki and Dale instead. I wouldn't wish Mizuki on anyone. That's just so far. Mizuki doesn't get good till C4. Yeah. I tried using Mizuki during what was it? It was one of the event things that you had the trial character for, and my God, did she suck. I was not happy with her. Oh, there's the other key. There's another key. Oh, the next one was the wishes. Of course. No, we're still in technically underground. Where was the other shrine, hun? Was it down here? I'm trying to remember where you had it. I remember the one up above. It was like down here. I saw it once in passing, and then I can't remember.
Take me up.
Maybe I'm wrong. Oop, I ran out of juice. No, that's a tent. That's not a shrine. We leave the local legends alone. Get that. Give me back. Give me back phlogiston. Oh. I could have sworn I did that on this account. I guess I didn't.
Time to say hello. He's free.
Hard-hitting exclusive. Ha!
Nope, you're still alive.
Bullseye. Ah.
Come back here. Blam. Blam blam. Nope. Where'd you go? Oh, seriously, where'd it go? Are you up? Alright, you.
Take me up. Locked on. Bullseye.
Oh! I don't want to hurt you.
Hold that pose. Open fire. Open fire.
Like, I saw him go up. Like, he went over here and up. So where'd you go? Let me go. Oh. No, I thought I saw something. Let's go. Pretty sure that's where he's supposed to end up. Let me go kill the Wyab.
The show begins.
Go! You're free now!
Truth bomb. Smile. Ha! Locked on. Locked on. Locked on.
There we go. No, seriously, where did you go? Because, like, he's not on the side or anything. He's, like, not in his little spot, right? I ran out of juice. God damn, you run out of phlogiston so fast. I legit don't know where it went. Alright, I will come back and do that. Like, he literally went up the thing and disappeared. Oh! Laser arm!
Shower me with praise.
Time to say hello.
Say cheese. Let's fly. Open fire. Bullseye. Open fire. Locked on. Locked on. Locked on.
Oh, that just felt like it took forever. Go ahead and heal with Charlotte. Oh, I just realized I don't have my box on. That's alright. Alright, it's A-okay. I should be well enough with the flowers. Oh. Uppies? Is that what you're telling me? Yep. Oh, the shrine. That's where it is. So I wasn't completely wrong. Was I? Like, how close was I? Oh, okay. Like, I couldn't remember if it was on this side or this side. So it was this one I needed to go to. She's gorgeous.
Ooh, what a pleasant surprise. Truly an extra slice of joy.
Alrighty. Okay, nothing on that side. Oh, actually, I did want to check that. Where is my exploration at for this? 69%. Nice. Is what, 80 that I need now? Yeah, I need 80% and then completing the quest. And then that's done. That's not too bad, actually.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Careful. Some Saurians like to hide in chests like this. Probably an introvert thing.
Knock him down.
Take me up! Locked up!
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff.
Let's fly!
Go! You're free now!
Not too far now.
Hard hitting it? Bullseye! Open fire! extra slice of joy. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
All right. I am doing a quick take two, guys. So as you can see, I'm back. I just want to make sure, can you guys hear me and stuff like that? So I changed my controllers. I actually took out the PS4 to put in my PS5 one. And we're gonna just try a couple things here. I will just do the puzzle probably in a second, but everything right now is showing perfectly fine. Honestly, it looks like the volume is a little bit higher. Like I'm not quite peaking it, but it's like it's picking up more, which is kind of weird. So I mean, I can see that it's working. I'm just gonna tap this, the button on here for the microphone. Will this mute me? Should. It didn't. That's funny. Huh. Okay, so with this headset specifically, I probably have to use the little dongle thing, but that's okay. I gotta clean this controller. Oh my god. Okay, let's try doing the puzzle for a few minutes.
Ah.
Okay. Oh. Well, that was just mean. That was literally just mean.
Ooh, shiny. It's so pretty.
That looks like it's a bow. Oh, nope. It's just this one. Do I have all the little dudes? No, I'm missing this one. Where would that one be? 'Cause you can't get that chest without it.
Take me up.
No, you're just a normal dude. Wanna grab these? Okay. Seeps. Okay, come on. Where? I don't think it's this way. It might be. Oh, we got some of Eonson's rocks. We'll go grab those. Oh, it's this spot. It's this spot. Yeah, I don't remember where the last little dude is. That looks like something I can break. Can I break that? It didn't look interactable. I don't think it is. Let's line up here. No, it's not. I got, yeah, this was the one that was trapped in here. I got both of those. No, he's mad at me. Ah! I don't know if that leads me anywhere. I don't think it does. Oh, I think there was a Oculus over here. But you know, I have Farina, so I just kind of ran on top of the water. Pretty sure I bonked this. Yeah. Pretty sure I already bonked that. Yeah, not quite sure where the last little dude is. The sad thing is, it's probably in plain sight. All right, well, I did the other puzzle. I know I didn't minimize my screen, my remote play, and the microphone is still working. So the only thing I can think of is that OBS wasn't reading the headset very well. But the weird thing is it still said it was connected. So I don't understand what happened. And I even reloaded OBS. So that was really weird. That was really weird. Where can I put you? Let's just put you over here. Hmm. Like, I almost want to break out the broken mic and just see if it still, like, reads it. And see what happens. And by broken, I mean it still works. It's something in it like shorted out, and it makes it so like I sound very far away and stuff like that. So I might have to do some kind of testing like that on either tomorrow afternoon or sometimes Sunday.
Sometimes a shrouded path is not meant to be walked. Move
Yeah, so we're on. You are a sweetie. You are a sweet bean.
forward with blind.
We got another one. Oh, right there. Oh, unlock all shrines of the depths. Yay. Inventory.
Patient.
I know I'm. Oh, you know what? I should. Okay,
The
let's
smoke
take you
might
back to a town
suffocate.
so you're not like hitting people. I'll use the transmuter. I had completely forgotten about it, which is bad because I actually need stuff from it. What do we got more of? It or Fatui? We have more. Oh, it doesn't really matter. We're about pretty even on both.
Time to say hello.
Hold that pose! Shower me with praise!
Talent mats, cool.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
All right, and all right, that's a pretty good spread. All right. So I will officially sign off since you guys can hear me right now, as opposed to the abrupt ending I did have very briefly. I'm going to be doing more troubleshooting, it looks like, because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I would definitely say it would be the controller. I could hear everything, so it's possible that like the connection for the headset in and of itself for the microphone wasn't working, so like it felt like it unplugged or something. But OBS still recognized it even after I rebooted it, so I don't know exactly what happened. It's currently plugged into my PS5 controller and is working fine, from what I can tell. It hasn't turned off. I can still see the levels moving and everything. I have not seen anybody really have this issue for OBS. OBS is up to date as well. Um, I'm just not really sure. It's one thing like when I hear it pop, like it gives like a little sound in my headset. I don't know if you guys can hear it. When I kind of move, just like tapping the wire, my little dongle thing isn't like accidentally being pressed down to get muted or anything like that. So I am at a very much a loss, and I'm not tech savvy enough to give a for sure reason why it's happening. Um, yeah, I just don't know. But I will make sure to test some stuff out. Like I said, I can break out the old mic that I was using just to see if something like if it still registers it. If it still does, I'm not going to use it because like I said, something's shorted inside of it to make it not work very well anymore. Um but if it turns out it's the PS4 controller, again, it makes sense. The controller's old. It's fallen on the floor a lot, gotten bumped around and whatnot. I've complained about it a lot with like the drifts and stuff like that. I don't really want to have to spend $80 on a new controller just so I have a spare because of all the use and stuff like that. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not a bad thing to have to use my PS5 controller, but, you know, if something happens to it, I'm kind of screwed. But as for Monday, just to give you guys a heads up, I am actually not streaming Monday. I have to go help my brother. We also have a friend coming up from Mass, so we're going to be chilling with him for a bit while we help my brother out. And then Tuesday, I should be back. More than likely, I'll be on the main and doing exploration on the main because those primos are a lot more important there than here right now. Granted, primos are important regardless, but because I'm saving, not pulling on Escoffier except for trying to maybe get Aoife. And at that point, too, it's basically going to do what I did before, like 20 pulls is where I'm going to call it. And because rolling for 4 stars suck. If I don't get the 4-star within 20 pulls, I just wait for standard. So yeah, I will see you guys Tuesday. Hopefully I'll have some more answers. And again, if even if like it'll be a week later, I know that. But if you guys see this VOD on YouTube and you have any idea why that's happening with my headset in OBS specifically, because it just turns off. I literally have the thing locked, so my preferences stay the fuck alone and it turns it off. I'm not unplugging it right now and stuff like that. It's not until after everything is turned off that I unplug the headset and whatnot, so I don't have wires crossed everywhere. And yeah, I'm just at a complete loss. So if anybody has any advice, please let me know in the comments and everything. So hopefully we can get this all straightened out. It's actually very, very, very strange that it's been happening for the last few months. When I first started streaming a year ago, it didn't do that. I had scuff for sure, but it didn't do that. And most of the scuff is from the remote play, not this. And I believe it happened a couple times during Breath of Fire, so I know it's not the remote play interfering with it. It's 100% OBS being a shit show. So I'll see everybody Tuesday. You all have a wonderful weekend. Here in New England, the weather should be very nice, especially for tomorrow. And I will see you next time. So take care, everyone.